All right, guys, let's talk about optimizing our Facebook ads the right way. So, as part of growing your e-commerce brand and becoming more profitable every single day, you need to make sure every day that you're optimizing your Facebook ads. And so, the best strategy that I've found to optimize my own Facebook ads is to set a time every single day and only look at your ads once a day. Trust me, you will be tempted to look more than once, and there's really no point unless you are launching like really high budget audiences where you really have to monitor the budget so it doesn't overspend. But if you're just launching $10, like $20 budgets, $50 budgets, like do not look at it more than once a day. There's no point. So either in the morning or at night, every day, look once and optimize. Okay, and that's the time when you optimize your ads. And you always want to look at only the past 3 to 4 days of ads. Okay, including today's date. So it would be 4 days including today, or 3 days including today. Do not look at only today's data or the past 2 weeks of data, as that is not accurate anymore. All right. So the best time frame that I found is the past 3 or 4 days of data. And also remember the goal. The goal is to turn off bad or unprofitable ad sets while scaling good ad sets and duplicating them using our scaling methods that we haven't talked about yet, but we will talk about soon. And then we want to create new lookalikes, which I just showed you in the previous video, off of fresh data. So remember, initiate checkouts, add to carts, and all those things at $10 to $20 a day, ad set budgets, and rinse and repeat. And the most important columns to look at when we're optimizing our ads, and I'm going to go in and actually show you how I optimize my ads. Let's say, for example, today, I already optimized them for my brand this morning, for my biggest brand, but I'm still going to go and show you how to do it. So the most important columns to look at are ROAS, which is return on ad spend, amount spent, purchases, so number of purchases, CP, which is cost per purchase, and then CPM, you can look at it sometimes, but it's less important. And so we want to turn off our ad sets if our ROAS, which is our return on ad spend, is below our break-even ROAS. And so the easiest way to calculate our break-even ROAS, by the way, the break-even ROAS can be like 1.5 or 2, for example. That means that, for $1,000 spent, if our break-even ROAS is 1.5, we need to make back $1,500 in revenue. So $1,500 in revenue needs to be made back for 1,000. If our break-even ROAS is 1.2, then for $1,000 of ad spend, we need to make back $1,200 in revenue. Okay, so you understand how that works? And anything above $1,200 is profit. That's how it works. So the easiest way to calculate our break-even ROAS is you take your seller price and you divide it by your dollar margin. And what I mean by seller price, so for example, I'm going to do an example here. So let's say my product costs $49.99, and let's say that the cost of the product from China is $15, okay? Let's say it's $15 including shipping from China to the US or to any e-packet country. So what you do is you do $49.99 minus 15, so that's our margin, so $34.99. And then what we do is $49.99, which is our price that we're selling our product at, divided by our margin, which is $34.99. Our break-even ROAS is 1.43. So what we want to do is we want to pause any ad sets on Facebook that have a ROAS below 1.43. If you want to be super safe, then pause anything below 1.5. All right, so you always want to round up. That's what I do always. I always round up. Another reason to pause your ad sets would be if your cost per purchase is also really high, for example, above the average profitable CPP that you've been getting. Even if your ROAS is good, I would still pause it because it's not guaranteed that your CPP is going to go down later. So also you want to pause your ad sets if you have more than $20 or $30 spent on the ad set with 0 purchases, okay? And remember, you're looking for the past 3 or 4 days of ads, including today. Or if you're selling a higher priced item, then obviously it might cost more than $20 or $30 to get a sale. So in that case, just 1 to 2x your profit margin. So if your profit margin is, let's say, $100, and you're selling a really expensive product, like your product's like $200, let's say, then turn off your ad sets if you spent $100 or $150 or $200 on the ad set with no purchases. Also, if your CPM is above $30, turn off your ad set because that means that it's very expensive to reach 1,000 people and your ad is just really expensive when it doesn't have to be. All right, guys, so now I'm in my ad account for my big e-commerce brand store, and I'm going to show you exactly what I do to optimize my ads. So if you guys can follow along, you guys can see the flow and exactly the steps that I take. The very first thing I do is I go here and I set it to the past 4 days. So the reason I do it the past 4 days on the store is because right now I'm on Finland time, which is Europe, and it's much farther ahead. It's like 10 hours ahead LA time, and the store is running on LA time. And so right now, since they're just waking up in LA and it's 6 a.m. in LA, that's why I include today as well. So that's why we do 4. But if you are in the same time zone as your store, let's say if you are in American time zone, then I would do like this. I would do it like this. So the past 3. You can still look at the past 4. I think the past 4 is a good benchmark, but make sure you include today's date. Big mistake is that a lot of people make is if they click last 7 days, what happens is that it doesn't include today's date if you look at the dates. So make sure that you understand if you're clicking on any of these here, last 7, 14, or 30, it doesn't include today's date. So I don't know why they made it like that, but anyway. there you go. We're going to set that, and then make sure that today is May 6th. So you're not looking at expired data. And then what we do is we go on to ad sets. And then the first thing that I do is I always sort by amount spent. So like that, click it once. And make sure that the column is correct. Make sure that we're using the column that we set up there. So this is what it looks like for the past few days, for the past 4 days. So as you can see, this is how much we spent. And by the way, this is not accurate. If you look at the purchase conversion value, it's not accurate at all actually, because yesterday we had a big, very profitable day. So the thing with Facebook is that it really doesn't track all the purchases. You'll see that your ROAS and your ad sets, you'll see that it's very skewed downwards. And so one thing you have to understand is that Facebook doesn't track all the purchases. So make sure that you realize that these are not all of them. So that's why here it's showing such a bad ROAS. So what I do here, since my break-even ROAS on this product is a 1.6, what I do is I turn off everything below 1.6. Now, I have a lot of different ads in each of these ad sets. And so there's a different technique that we have to do if we have a lot of ads in one ad set. If you only have like 1 or 2 or 3 ads in one ad set, then you can just turn that off. You can optimize on the ad set level. So this is how it works. So let's say, look, 1.52. So I would just turn it off, and I already have it turned off. 1.37, I already have it turned off. 1.86 is profitable, so keep it on. 1.32, that's not good. But what I did in this case is, because since I have a lot of ads in here, I actually went in there and then optimized on the ad level, which I'll show after. And so I did the same thing for this one, and then I did the same thing for these as well. And actually, if we look in the past 3 days, we were much more profitable. So if we go amount spent here, okay, so you can see that we have a very positive ROAS. Like, this is a really great ad set. And it's a lot more than 2.28, by the way. So that's one thing you have to remember. Compare the revenue price. Compare the revenue of your store to your ad cost. Don't look at the revenue that is showing here, because it's not accurate. Okay, and then we look here, and so look, you can see these ad sets. Like, we spent $129, made back $400, $144, made back $360. So that's how you do it. This, for example, we want to turn that off because it's eating up a lot of profit. So we turn that off. And then we keep going here. So 0.62 is very bad. You also want to look at your cost per purchase. So for example, I'll show you an example here. So look at this. So I know that my average cost per purchase on the store is about $20 to $25. That's profitable, and I know it's profitable. But if it's better than that, which is it is here, that means it's a really good ad set, and that's something that we want to scale. And I'll talk about scaling later. Now, if it's above 25 or 30, that's not very profitable anymore. And when you get something like this, like for example, $225, obviously turn that off, because you spent $225 and made back a lot less. So yeah, when you're CPP, I'm going to find a positive ROAS ad set here. And then I'm going to see if this is really, really great. These are retargeting audiences here. And if we go down, you have to watch your CPP as well. So let's say if your ROAS was like a 2.5, but your CPP was 45, and the profitable CPP on your store, like on average, you can only kind of, it's like a ballpark figure. You can't calculate it. So I know that profitable CPP on the store is like 20 to 25. So 45 is a lot higher, so I would still turn it off. And so that's how you optimize your Facebook ads. It's simple as that. And I always do it based on amount spent. And if there are any ads here, ad sets that have spent over $25, $30 with no purchase, like this, then I just go ahead and turn off the ad set like this over here. So I just flick it off. And so now I'm going to show you how to optimize on the ads level. All right, so if you're like me and you like to test a lot of different ads in a single ad set, for example, you like to put like 10 or 15 different ads with different texts in a single ad set, then you can't optimize based on the ad set level. You're gonna have to optimize on the ads level, okay? And so the reason for that is because if you're looking at the return on ad spend or the ROAS of an ad set, if it has 15 ads in there, there's gonna be ads in there that have purchases that are really profitable, and then there's gonna be, they're gonna be basically screwed up by all the other ads that are spending money but don't have any purchases. Do you understand? So that's why we have to go inside on the ad level of the ad set. We have to sort by purchase ROAS, return on ad spend. I'll show you how to do that. And then we have to turn off all the ad sets. There's actually an easier way to do this. You don't have to go into each ad set one by one. So make sure that you understand, if you have a lot of ads in one ad set, if the ROAS on the ad set is lower than your break even, it doesn't mean it's unprofitable. It just means that there could be profitable ones in there and there could be many unprofitable ones. Just delete the unprofitable ones or turn them off, and then leave on the profitable ones, and then you're good to go. So now I'm going to show you how to optimize on the ads level. So what you're going to do, amount spent, just go to the ads here, okay, and then click on amount spent. All right, and now we have all of our ads, and these are actual ads, by the way. Since we have a lot of ads in every single ad set, we can just basically, we're seeing all of the ads on all the ad sets right now. That's what this is doing. So what we do is we turn off the ad sets that are lower than our break-even ROAS. But in this, I like to go an extra step. Since my break-even ROAS is 1.6, I like to turn off ad sets that are that have a high CPP like this one. $47 per purchase is too high, so this one's going off. All right, this one is also going off. It's kind of high. And so this is how I do it. I do it on the ads level for my ad account here. As you can see, if you have an ad set here that has $39 spent with no purchase, turn that off right away. On the ad level, by the way, remember what I said on the ad set? If you have $20 or $30 spent with no purchase on the ad set level, turn that off. On the ad level, if it's for the past 2 or 3 days or 4 days, then make sure to turn that off. If it's spent $8 or $10 or more, then and no, there's no purchase, then turn that off. Especially if you're running a lot of ads. If you're not running a lot of ads, then I would say $15 or $20. That's the cutoff without a purchase. And so this one right here is like really, really great. 4.33 ROAS. Spent $39, made back $170. And this is again lowered, like I said, because this is totally inaccurate on the store. If I looked on the actual store, here I would show you how much we made in the past 2 days. So just to show you guys how off Facebook ads can be, and it usually always is like this. Look, this is the actual number right here for May 4 to 6. It's $9,450, and between those dates, I spent $4,485. But it's only registering $6,556 in conversions. You see, so it's a massive, massive difference. But this is the best we can do. If we can just turn off our ads this way and we can optimize this way, at least we're doing our best with what Facebook is giving us. Unfortunately, Facebook isn't perfect, but as you can see, spent 4.4, made back 9.45, which means that, let me see here, if we spend 4.45, 945 over 4485, that's a ROAS of 2.1, right? And since our break-even ROAS on our store is 1.6, I think it was, then that's the profit between the 2.1 and the 1.6, you see? So it's a few thousand in profit. And so this is how you optimize it, you see? If you're running post engagement, by the way, like this, for example, you see how, there's going to be no purchases coming from PPE campaigns. So what I would rather do is I'd rather leave them on. You're not looking for conversions. Just leave them on, $10 a day per ad set or $20 a day per ad set. And then make sure that if you are actually running a PPE campaign, you are using an existing post. It's very, very important because if you are launching a PPE campaign and you have like an ad in there, if you create ad and then you duplicate from there, it's just going to keep creating a new ad. It's not going to port over the engagement and all the likes and the shares that you got. You have to actually create the ad, and then you have to, you can put it on your page or something like that, and then you can use existing post. And then you can take that, and if you duplicate an ad where it says use existing post, then it's going to carry over the same post ID, okay? I'm gonna show you guys how to use the same post ID in another video here in this course. Very important. So there you go, guys. Like that's that. It's as easy as that to optimize. Like this, for example, needs to go off because I spent $21, didn't make any sales. This needs to go off, spent $24.56, didn't make any sales. This one's great, made $150 and spent $23.53. So with a ROAS of 6.37, which is really great. So that is how you optimize your ads, both on the ad set level and on the ads. You want to do this once a day, okay? Unless you're running ads with a huge budget, like if you eventually get to $200 a day, $250 a day on an ad set, then you're going to have to look multiple times a day to make sure it's not going out of control. And so the golden rule is always look at the past 3 to 4 days, including today. All right. So I hope you guys found a lot of value in this one, and with practice, it will make perfect, and you'll see it gets a lot easier. And every day it'll just become like a habit to optimize your ads. And remember, if you're not running a lot of different ad versions in an ad set, if you only have a few ads in an ad set, then optimize on the ad set level. If you have a lot of different ads in an ad set, then optimize on the ads level for the whole ad account. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Let's move on.